Madam President-elect, dear Mariam, if I may, honourable colleagues, distinguished guests, friends, it's a great honour and privilege to join you today and to be with you, Madam President-elect, in person as we celebrate the International Women's Day and as we stand in solidarity with the courageous women and girls in Iran and support your fight against the regime. You described that fight, Madam Rajavi, with such eloquence today. You spoke of so many murdered women, including your own sisters. We remember them. We remember them all. And I salute your courage and your magnificent leadership. You are indeed a voice for change, a force for change, and that change will come. The theocratic tyranny ruling Iran today usurped power in 1979 by exploiting religion. Since then, it has used the same false pretext to enforce gender oppression, apartheid, and marginalization of women. The regime's leaders claim divine authority to execute, torture, and imprison women who demand their inalienable rights. This is not about faith. It is about power and dictatorship. In contrast, the PMOI and the NCRI stand as the antithesis of this misogynistic tyranny. The resistance champions women's leadership, equality, and secular democratic Iran, as outlined in Madam Rajavi's 10-point plan and the 12-point plan for women's rights. And you, the 1,000 brave women of Ashrad, are not just the beating heart of the organized resistance. You are the living proof of the regime's crimes. Many are former political prisoners and survivors of torture, witnesses who ultimately will end the regime's impunity. And that is why the regime has tried to silence them for the last decades. Not just with imprisonment and executions, but with rocket attacks when they lived in Iraq, and with propaganda and character assassination. Why? Because the regime fears the truth and the organized resistance. As these women are heard, the regime's misogynistic rule will crumble. The brave, courageous Iranian people, and I again pay tribute to them, especially women, engage in the creation and expansion of resistance units which spread the resistance message across the country. So their message is not just about the compulsory hijab, it's about freedom, about democracy, about removing the real obstacle to Iran's prosperity, which is theocratic tyranny. Madam Rajavi, you and the brave women of Iran and the NCRI offer a viable democratic alternative. Your 10-point plan replaces tyranny with a republic, misogyny with gender equality, and oppression with justice. That is why the regime fears you, because you offer a real path to victory. I am proud to be one of hundreds of cross-party members of both houses of the UK Parliament supporting you today. Many more, as we have heard, across Europe and the world stand with us. And it's important to say this: neither Shah nor Mullah in Iran is not just a slogan. It has a history. Anyone who is familiar with Iranian history knows well that monarchy in Iran has always been a symbol of fascism and dictatorship. Comparing the monarchy in Iran with the UK or other European countries is a big mistake. Iranians are against all dictatorships, be it the Shah or the theocratic dictatorship. They want a free, democratic republic. Today, we call on the international community to act. I especially call on the government of the UK to blacklist the IRGC. Most recently, at the end of January, I wrote to the government asking them what their plans were. And in response to my question on the 12th of February, just 10 days ago, I received this from the government. They said, the UK has sanctioned the IRGC in its entirety. And the government said, they said that they continue to consider what further steps may be taken to deter Iran's malign activity. My answer to them is, hold the regime accountable, amplify the voices the regime seeks to silence, the women of the resistance, the women of Ashraf, and the women of Iran. We have seen them work so well with all the men here today, in their actions and in their words, and I thank the men too for all that they are doing to support these women, supporting them with courage and supporting their courage. Their fight is not just for themselves, it is for the future of an entire nation, the region, and world peace. As the women and girls of Iran rise for a better future, let us stand with them for a free Iran. Thank you.